What if I told you that in less than 40 minutes, an entire American city was nearly wiped off the map? On May 22, 2011, the people of Joplin, Missouri were enjoying a normal Sunday afternoon. Families were at home. Students were preparing for graduation. Life seemed completely normal. But then, a monstrous EF5 tornado nearly 1 mile wide emerged from the sky. What happened next left 158 people dead, thousands injured, and billions of dollars in destruction. This wasn't just another tornado. This was one of the deadliest and most devastating tornadoes in American history. And today, we're going to uncover exactly how it happened. On May 22, 2011, an ordinary Sunday afternoon in Joplin, Missouri suddenly turned into one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern American history. Within minutes, an enormous tornado tore through the city, destroying thousands of homes, businesses, schools, and even a major hospital. By the time it was over, 158 people had lost their lives, more than 1,000 were injured, and an entire community was left in ruins. This is the story of the Joplin tornado, the monster storm that changed America forever. Joplin was a thriving city in southwestern Missouri with a population of around 50,000 people. On the morning of May 22nd, the weather seemed normal. Families attended church services. Children played outside. Many residents were preparing for graduation ceremonies scheduled later that evening. But meteorologists were becoming increasingly concerned. The atmosphere over the central United States was becoming highly unstable. Warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico collided with cooler air moving in from the west. These conditions created the perfect environment for severe thunderstorms. Throughout the afternoon, weather experts began warning residents that dangerous storms could develop. Few people realized just how catastrophic the situation would become. At approximately 5:17 p.m., a tornado touched down west of Joplin. Initially, it appeared relatively small, but within minutes, it rapidly intensified. The tornado expanded into a massive wedge-shaped monster nearly 1 mile wide. The National Weather Service later classified it as an EF5 tornado, the strongest category on the enhanced Fujita scale. EF5 tornadoes are capable of producing winds exceeding 200 miles per hour. These storms possess enough force to level well-built homes, throw vehicles through the air, and strip trees of their bark. The Joplin tornado wasn't just strong. It was moving directly toward the heart of the city. As the tornado entered Joplin, chaos erupted. Power lines snapped instantly. Traffic lights failed. Visibility dropped to almost zero. The massive funnel carved a path nearly 6 miles long through densely populated neighborhoods. Entire streets disappeared. Homes were reduced to piles of debris. Vehicles became deadly projectiles. Witnesses described hearing a roar similar to dozens of jet engines combined. People hid in basements, closets, bathrooms, and storm shelters. Many survived only because they sought shelter seconds before impact. Others had little warning. The tornado moved with terrifying speed. Within minutes, entire neighborhoods were devastated. The destruction was unlike anything many emergency responders had ever seen. One of the most shocking scenes occurred at St. John's Regional Medical Center. The tornado struck the hospital directly. Windows exploded. Walls collapsed. Medical equipment was thrown across rooms. Patients and staff scrambled for safety as the building shook violently. Miraculously, many patients survived. But the hospital itself was left so badly damaged that it eventually had to be demolished. Images of the destroyed medical center quickly became symbols of the disaster's incredible power. When the tornado finally lifted, Joplin looked unrecognizable. Nearly 8,000 homes were damaged or destroyed. Hundreds of businesses were wiped out. Entire neighborhoods had vanished. Emergency crews rushed into the city searching for survivors. Rescue operations continued day and night. Volunteers arrived from across America. The scale of destruction was overwhelming. The tornado caused approximately $2.8 billion in damages, making it one of the costliest tornadoes in U.S. history. For many families, everything they owned disappeared in a matter of minutes. Amid the devastation, incredible stories of survival emerged. Some residents survived by sheltering in bathtubs. Others escaped moments before their homes collapsed. Rescue teams pulled survivors from beneath mountains of debris. Neighbors helped neighbors. Strangers became heroes. Communities came together in ways few could have imagined. These stories reminded the nation that even in the darkest moments, courage and hope can endure. The Joplin tornado changed how America approaches severe weather warnings. Meteorologists improved warning systems. Emergency managers expanded public education efforts. Communities began placing greater emphasis on storm shelters and preparedness. Researchers studied the disaster extensively to better understand how people respond to tornado warnings. Many of the improvements used today were influenced by lessons learned from Joplin. More than a decade later, the scars of May 22, 2011 remain. But so does the resilience of Joplin. The city rebuilt, families recovered, and a tragedy that once brought unimaginable destruction became a story of strength, survival, and hope. The Joplin tornado remains one of the deadliest and most devastating tornadoes ever recorded in American history, and it serves as a powerful reminder that nature's force can change lives forever in just a matter of minutes. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe to Disaster Vault for more real stories of history's most powerful disasters.